Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
We have a great panel here. We have Augusto from Portugal and Macau and a few other places, and he's going to speak about Hold On to Project Hope. And then we have Dimitrios Kalokathis. Did I say it right? Kalokathis from Greece. He's going to be talking about the challenging relationship of public health system and the Greek TCs. And finally, we have our friend Ricardo Valente from our good place in Brazil. And he's going to be speaking a manual of best practices for drug use treatment services, the TC model. There will be a translation. He'll be speaking in Spanish, but there will be an English translation when he speaks. And so, without further ado, I'm going to ask Mr. Nogueira to come up, take the podium. Hello, Augusto.
Hi, Sushma. Good afternoon to everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you to the WFTC for the invitation to come over here, and thank you also to all the locals and to the government of India for this conference. My name is Augusto Nogueira. I'm the CEO of ARTM in Macau, China, and also a board member of the FTCA, the Federation of Therapeutic Asia Association. First, my apologies to Sushma, because I know I'll not be talking what she expects, but also I'm not expecting that will be what she expected. So anyway, I promise next time I'll speak something different. By now, I will explain a project what we are developing in Macau, China. So first of all, ARTM is Association of Rehabilitation of Drug Abuse of Macau, which we are an institution located in Macau, China. We are there since 1992 under a different name, and then in the year 2000, 1999-2000, when the Macau started to be part of China, then we decided to change the name and be a local association. ARTM, we provide a range of service. We believe in continued care, so we have a therapeutic community with 70 beds, and we also are working in the harm reduction. We have a needle syringe program operating for around 15 years. We also working in the aftercare service, working with the prison and with the people living in the ARTM and those under the methadone service, and we also develop the prevention project, what we call the Be Cool. And recently, 2 years ago, we decided to inaugurate a new project the one I'm going to talk about. It will be the Hold On to Hope project. So as you can, this is just for you to see some image of our place. On the top, it's the treatment center that we have in Macau, and on the right side is the needle syringe program that it's responsible for 6 years for consecutive 6 years, no HIV among the people that inject drugs. And then we have the aftercare department that follows the people that they finish the treatment, or they come out from the prison, or just are under probation from the judicial, and they need to continue making urine tests and all that. And they changed the photo. And the other photo was the prevention project that we work for the schools. Anyway, this is our place, the Hold On project. As you can see, the black photo, it's the old leprosarium in Macau. That leprosarium was built in 1930, around 1930, and because there was a lot of leprosy at that time in Macau. So as you know, they are not welcome in the community. So they built that place, and it's funny stories because they were attacked by the pirates at that time. So a lot of interesting things. Anyway, that place was empty since the 60s. There's empty, and then 3 years ago, something happened. So there was a meeting, and actually there were several meetings, and we start to notice that they only, the government and many of the institutions, they only speak about the drug problems among the youth. The youth, and mainly was about ketamine, about the methamphetamine, and I noticed that our clients, they're all, at that time, they were mainly heroin users and people with 40, 50, 60 years old, and there was no follow-up to them, basically. No social integration be prepared, many relapse happening, and look like people do not caring about these old people that they are in heroin. They're just like, nobody cares about them. So, and we know very much that people on drugs, normally they are very stigmatized, right? They are, besides, even when they go back to the society, there's mistrust on them, also mistrust from the families. There's a lot of contingents that make the people eventually to relapse. And we know that there's a continue coming to the treatment center. So we felt that there was some kind of responsibility from ourselves to do something to not, at least to those ones they want to stay inside of the center, they could make their life, they could continue in the treatment, or they could build their some kind of a career inside. So we proposed to the government the possibility to open a project that could benefit them, and they could work and learn some skills and be occupied. So at that time, after that meeting with the minister, we proposed to open behind our center that Hold On To project. So in that time, after several meetings, on the December of 2020, we opened this Hold On To project, and was with the support of the Macau Cultural Institute and the Social Fair Bureau that they together they allow us to use that place. And then we launched in those 4 houses that you saw before, we launched a cafe, art gallery, and live library, and the kids corner. All the project was run by the people in treatment, so we made a schedule how the people could go into the project, and we decide only people with the 6 months of treatment, they could go into the project. But if they decide to not go because they don't want, they want to protect their image, their face, it was okay, no problem for us. And then at that time we even now we start to receive they start to receive training from the hotels, from the Win Macau, from MGM, from Melco, and also from the some cooking associations, gastronomic associations. They come to our place, they teach our clients how to cook, they create some cakes and some special food with us, and also with my Portuguese cooking experience, we also develop some Portuguese food, and we work with the university students from the food and beverage also to create some cocktails and how to serve all that thing. So we develop a lot of training for them, and basically all the residents can be involved, because even those ones they don't want to go to the coffee area, to the art gallery, they can work downstairs in the treatment center preparing the food for the next day, or cutting the chupapao, as we say in Chinese, which is the pork steak, and so they need to cut in very Portuguese style, so they can do all that. And the thing is that all the people that they are working in the project, they can receive money. So the profits from the cafe and from the art gallery to benefit the clients. So what we decide is that from their pocket, the money that they will receive, 50% they can use in their daily things, and the other 50% we kept until the day they leave the center. So they have some pocket money to start a new life. So if they finish the program, they will get more money. If they decide to leave earlier, they will get less. But that's that's why we thought that could benefit them to start a new life when they go outside. So, and then the project was immediately very well accepted by the society. So this was the mission that we decided was the ARTM Vocational Career Training and Internship Program. It's a non-profit organization as defined its main mission to develop, contribute and support marginalized persons, recovery persons in treatment and other favorable circumstances to develop their careers. And we believe everyone should have an opportunity to learn, develop and to expose, to exhibit their creation. So actually we are not only focused in the people that are in a treatment center that they develop their art skills inside of our place. We also open up to young artists that they'll decide to have to have their own exhibitions of their own art things. So these are our objectives that you can see. So to develop the skills and capabilities of individuals who are in treatment, and also to cooperate with the schools, universities, and other things that I'd like to open to all the NGOs that can be here, is that next year we would like to make an exhibition of art, pieces of art made by the people in recovery in the treatment centers. So we can expose, and eventually if it's sold, the profit of that piece of art, it will be to the NGO that will ever send the product. So it will not be for us, but what we intend to do with that is to promote the skills of the people in treatment. So this is the cafe. As you can see, it's a very beautiful scenario. It's very sunshine, and just in the summer it's very hot, but it's a very beautiful place. Now we have also ice cream there. And this is the art gallery. Until now we are make 19 exhibitions, so every month we have one exhibition. That goes from exhibition from for instance, we have 2 exhibitions in cooperation with mainland China, with the treatment centers from mainland China, and local artists, RTM, the residents, and also famous and young artists in Macau. So 19 artists, we try to have one per month. So these are some of the exhibitions that we have. The youngsters, the drawings, it's was in cooperation with the Hong Kong UNICEF. So the profits of those drawings was to benefit the children from Ukraine. So we invite the schools with the students of the primary to make some drawings, and then we sold, and then the money we gave to UNICEF for the Ukrainian children. So this is Life Library and local art crafts. So we have launched some books and products that can be sold made by the center or by the young artists. So, and all these projects, they are run by the people in recovery. So no social worker or psychology counselor is there upstairs with them. It's only the people in recovery. So this is the kids' corner. So we have the ceramic, we have the serigraphy. So we teach our residents how to work with the ceramic and the serigraphy, and then the population the citizens can go upstairs with children and they enjoy a nice weekend. So this is the professional trainings that we have, and we keep going. We just finished one with MGM, and this is the support from the government. That one with the mask, it's the chief executive of Macau. So let's say the president of Macau, that he went to visit our place and support. So we also try to pass the message like of support recovery, or support on punish. So these are VIPs from Macau. So, and the wife of the Stanley O, the big boss of Macau, of the casinos. So one good thing of this project is that the local TV went there to interview the citizens, and we noticed that the people start to understand better the detoxification, the rehabilitation, the drug use. So they start to accept better the people, and they start to see that there's life behind the rehabilitation, and then they start to understand that being drug user is not being a criminal, and that is for us was the biggest achievement. What's to see that the people was accepting and not discriminating. So this is the newspapers talking about our project, and that helps to give a better image to the people that use drugs, that they recover from drugs. As you know, it's very difficult to obtain jobs when you recover from drugs. These are the people putting notes in the information in YouTube, in the local IG, Instagram, so putting good words about us. So this is serigraphy, ceramic that we develop and the students visiting us to study, to make their thesis also. And also, this is already someone that recover, and she already make her own solo exhibition of cross stitching. So she learned from us, and then she did by herself in another location. So Macau cares about social work reintegration. For RTM, it's important that the process for successful integration into the community. 3 pillars of social reintegration are crucial: housing, education, and employment, including vocational training. Different approach to social reintegration can be broadly arranged according to 8 categories: general vocational rehabilitation, drug treatment, criminal justice interventions, housing support, education and vocational training, and employment support, general policy and advocacy. Overall, there was little evidence internationally to clearly suggest what works with regards to social reintegration interventions, although it's become clear that contextual factors, social attitudes, drug users, local and national economic prosperity, standards of living in the general population, professional training and stability in the problem drug users lives were extremely important to moderate of success. So basically I can say that in Macau we have all these steps, and Hold On to a project was the last, it helps to create job and hope, at least for those ones that they already have a future that more, let's say, with the less hopes than the many young people. And this is our community-based model that ARTM works with the courts, with the hospital. So we link with all these sectors so we can have more interventions, and they also can refer to us. In general, these are our thoughts. In general, providing drug treatment alone without additional support or service, there are limited and inconsistent effects on employment outcomes. Vocational training, which aims to improve job-seeking skills and improve motivation for work, shows promise. Anti-discrimination legislation may be useful to ensure that former problem drug users are not disadvantaged. And I'm saying this because in Macau, there's the biggest employers, it's the government and the casinos, the hotels. But these two, they have a law that they says if you have a criminal record, even for consumption, you cannot work in these two main employers. So this limited a lot of opportunities for the young people to go work. So we are working in Macau to fight against this legislation, because we think that everybody needs to have opportunity, and if the main employers they close the door, it will be very difficult in Macau, which is a very small area, for the people to get to work. So this is what we fought, and we are working on that. And thank you very much.